Hi everyone, today I'll be teaching how to find the molar mass of a compound. To begin, let's review some terminology. What is an element? An element is a pure substance consisting only of atoms that all have the same numbers of protons in their nuclei. What is a compound? A compound is matter that is constructed of two or more chemically bonded elements. What is a mole? A mole is a counting unit used for atoms and molecules. 1 mole of anything represents 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd of things. Most importantly, what is molar mass? In simple terms, molar mass tells us the mass in grams of 1 mole of the molecule. Molar mass can also be referred to as molecular mass. The molar mass of each individual element is given in the periodic table under the symbol of the element. A quick reminder, the molar mass units are written as grams per mole. Now let's get to the calculations. In order to calculate the molar mass, we need to add up the atomic molar masses of all atoms in the molecule. I want to identify some quick steps. First, we need to identify each element in the molecule. Second, we analyze our periodic table and find each element's atomic mass. Third, we multiply the atomic mass by the number of each element found in the compound. And fourth, we add up the total atomic masses of all elements to determine the molecular mass. I think we learn better when we see a problem being solved. Let's do some practice. Let's calculate the molar mass of iron. First, let's make a chart. The individual atom goes in the first column. In the second, we put the number of atoms. In the third, we put the atomic molar mass found in the periodic table. And in the last column, we put the total. So now we know that the atom is iron and the number of atoms equals 3. To find the atomic molar mass, we go to the periodic table and we find that iron is number 26 and the number we are given is 55.845, but we have to round to two significant figures and we get 55.85 grams per mole. And then now we have to multiply 55.85 times 3, and we get a total of 167.55 grams per mole. So the total molar mass of iron is 167.55 grams per mole. Okay, so now we're going to calculate the molar mass of methane, CH4. We go ahead and make our chart and we label our columns. The first one is going to be the atoms, and then the second one is going to be the number of atoms. The third is going to be the atomic molar mass, and the last one is going to be the total. For the atoms, we know that we have carbon and hydrogen. For the number of atoms, we know that we have 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens. For the atomic molar mass, we look over to our periodic table and we know that hydrogen is 1.01, and for carbon, we have 12.01. And then we go ahead and put that in our chart. Then after that, we have to multiply the number of atoms by the atomic molar mass, and we get 12.01 and 4.04. Now we have to add them both and get a total of 16.05 grams per mole. So now you try. Calculate the molar mass of acetic acid. You may pause the video to work on the problem. Like previous problems, we start off with our chart to be able to label our columns and know what we need. So then we start off with atoms, number of atoms, atomic molar mass, and the total. We know that we start off with carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. We also have 2 carbons, 4 hydrogens, and 2 oxygens in acetic acid. For atomic molar mass, we look over to our periodic table and we locate each one of the elements. We get hydrogen has a atomic molar mass of 101, carbon of 12.01, and oxygen of 16. So we add that into our chart and then we multiply them by the number of atoms, and we get a total of 24.02 for carbon, 4.04 for hydrogen, and 32 for oxygen. Now we have to add them all together to get a total of 60.06 grams per mole. Great, now you know how to calculate the molar mass of elements and compounds. Thanks for watching. I hope I made calculating the molar mass of compounds much easier.